He said even if Mohbad is dead, the fact that he's dead doesn't mean that we can't get justice. So he said we can reopen the petition as though the petition that Mohbad wrote is linked directly to Mohbad's death. And then other social measures, recommendations for making our society better. Let me push it back. It doesn't mean that Mohbad because for justice so that no. You can open investigation. The petition that we wrote for that the police should properly investigate. And then further social measures. You see, that's honest. It's just like I remember when I was in when some of us were in boarding house, they will ask you to go and get there's this stuff that they ask you to go and get from other seniors that can, if you tell that senior that this senior asked me to get it from me, they'll send it to other seniors and they keep, putting you on some roller coaster and you keep rolling around the whole hostel till you get tired. I mean, you can go around asking for seniors to do this for like 3 hours before you get. So it's not now tell you that they are lying to you. It is a lie. Just go. Don't worry about it. That is what they say. Other social process, So that is like, let's just not talk about the criminality. Let's begin to clamor for, the state government to boost its health facilities, and let's advocate for it. Let's begin to talk about the health. Let's have health forum, health symposium. Yeah, let's have some health talks. Let's talk about, a rapid response unit. Let's enlighten ourselves. Let's engage the government. You see, it's trying to nicely, turn the whole thing to a party, to a picnic, to some show and some, nonsense. Now look at it. For making our society better. That's a PhD thesis. That judgment is a PhD thesis. You see, you call the judgment a PhD thesis. Other social recommendations for making our society better. That's a PhD thesis. That judgment is what? A PhD thesis. I mean, this bro is actually talking to us. He's talking to Mohbad's dad, actually, because he wants Mohbad's dad to bow. He wants him to bow. So I guess the thing actually made him.
Oh, babe, Mohbad, go.
I tell you, bro, this God, let me just finish it. It's about to let me just end this so that we can speak.
You are still personal with the appeal. The appeal was DPP's advice. Of course, you cannot see that the appeal on DPP's advice that you are pursuing is a timely one. We didn't see this verdict. When we insisted that you must pursue it. Now you see it. The colonial affairs agree with us.
Who did he say verdict?
That investigation should continue, that you cannot bring it to closure. Nobody can. So it's not normal.
So that's the end.
Okay. Thank you, Crocodile. 1 second. Mommy did it once. Mother did it. 1 second. It's obvious that everything that was said at the inquest is actually implementing them, as he said, that the government should implement them. And it's obvious that from the onset is he already said 3 things has been established. I don't know if you remember that word. The nurse, he fought with Pine Boy, and blah blah blah. He said those 3 things has been established, and I think from there onward he wasn't looking let me look at another angle. That could it be from this angle? Could it be? He wasn't looking even looking anywhere else. It's the nurse, and that is it. And which is why I have to question Sanshitu with his cross-examination with Mohbad's lawyer. Like, why? How? I mean, he was the first person that asked the question. It was the first person that cross-examined Mohbad's lawyer. And I'm surprised that the only thing he was asking about was royalties, as opposed to the other lawyers asking critical questions that would give us, insight of what happened when he was there and all of those things. I'm surprised. I'm really, really surprised. Before Madam Madedorin comes back, let's continue to play this.
Other info. Kilo come out for the corona. Answer: none. Olaronke Adeogun, my lord, that will be all evidence in chief. The court cross-examination. Cross-examination by Dr. Wahab Shitu San. Question: is it correct to say that you know the circumstances surrounding his exit for Malian record?
Did you hear that? First question. Madam Adedo, you can go on one.
Yeah, thank you so much. Moral, I like your Yoruba a lot. I have a sister in England, and I also have a family friend. Sometimes when they speak, it's so funny. Their Yoruba is so funny. They mix it up with that British accent, and I like that. If I may say. So I mean, first of all, we need to be very, very clear about something. Mr. Loba was never indicted. Let's get that right. Okay, he was never indicted. We need to. I'm not saying we should. We need to stop using that word indictment, because when you talk about indictment has to be from a grand jury. So Mr. Loba was never indicted. Okay. So now this is where this becomes very, very dicey or funny. Instead of spending the 3 people that have been indicted in this case, as it stands right now in the courts, let me tell you, Prime Boy, the deceased wife, and also the nurse. But this is where it becomes funny. The person that was supposed to be there instead of Prime Boy was spending. So what they did actually, excuse me, was that they said that Prime Boy was standing there. Prime Boy, please follow this case very well. What it is that Prime Boy was the one that gave the nurse the number. Prime Boy was the one that allowed whatever, blase. Let's leave it like that. Unfortunately, Prime Boy, this is what I want you to do. San Wahab Shitu, if I may call your name, sir, what you need to do, you need to clear Prime Boy. I see no reason why the name of Prime Boy is still, because what I've looked at right now is that Prime Boy was replaced with Spending. That shouldn't be.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake. I think it was actually Spending's name.
Okay, what they need to do is to correct that as soon as possible. That needs to be corrected. Because as it stands right now, Prime Boy is still there. It needs to be corrected as soon as possible and republished. They need to publish it now. It needs to be corrected. So now, I want to say something quickly. I was listening, and I think I listened attentively to the audio that was played. And what caught my attention was the fact that the nurse mother and the nurse were actually present at Mohbad's house. Now, if you listen to the nurse mother's interview, she said she has nothing to do with this. She has not met any one of them. Feyi Shayo does not know them. So now, this is so interesting. Whatever they said about the nurse mother is even wrong. Because the nurse mother said she has nothing to do with this. She has debunked it. Okay? Through her interview. So, I just believe, I really wanted to open up about that Prime Boy. Actually, the deceased wife has been indicted. And this other 2 people too has been indicted. but Mr. Loba was never indicted. So let's be a little bit mindful of that word.
Mr. Choi, I think you forgot the part where they said that if he hadn't already buried Mohbad, that they would have been able to carry out the autopsy and the toxicology. It would have come out more comprehensive and all of that. So that is an indictment saying it was the reason why they couldn't get an accurate result.
Okay, well, Moreau, for you to be indicted, indictment is a different word. You understand that, right? So, we cannot, as long as the court hasn't pronounced that, we can't say that Mr. Loba was indicted. That has to come from the court. And it hasn't, and that is not what it is right now. So as long as the court hasn't pronounced that indictment on Mr. Loba, we cannot continue to say that Mr. Loba was indicted. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? Yes, we don't understand the fact that the judge said, or whoever said that Mr. Loba already buried his son. But the fact remains, the court hasn't that Mr. Loba. We cannot continue to say that, or we shouldn't say that Mr. Loba has been indicted when the court hasn't indicted him yet. Okay, so I just want us, yes, if he already buried his son, let the court indict him. Then we know that he's been indicted. But as long as the court hasn't indicted Mr. Loba, we can't say based on that he's been indicted. But the three people that I know for now that has been indicted is the nurse, the deceased wife, and also let's use Spending, not Prime Boy. Prime Boy, not you. Spending, the nurse, and the wife. The three of them has officially been indicted by the court. We know that.
As I said, Madam Adedoyin, you see, if Sanchito said in his statement or his interview earlier that the government or the prosecutors should actually implement the magistrate's recommendation and all of that, do you think, in all honesty, okay, I'm asking you this question in all honesty, do you think that if Wunmi and also was the nurse, Feisha's lawyer, if they come to that and say, look, the magistrate also stated that the pathologist could not ascertain Mohbad's cause of death as a result of your client already burying his son. You don't think that's an indictment at all? You don't think so?
Well, we cannot really call that an indictment, seriously. I'm sorry to use that word.
What is the difference between that and the magistrate also talking about negligence and also the negligence on the nurse part? What's the difference? What do you think is the difference? What do you think? Because when you say indictment, what do you think? What do you believe is the difference between the indictment of Wunmi and the nurse as opposed to saying that they already buried Mohbad?
Okay, so if we say that Baba already buried Mohbad, we cannot say we cannot indict him based on that. Just let me clear myself on that. We cannot indict him based on that. So now circumstantial situation led to that. Okay, let's say now Mr. Loba was not given a proper document to have deposited that body.
Sanchito explain that.
Well, hold on, Moroy. Yes, he did not explain that. But the fact is that if this should go to the High Court, Mr. Loba cannot even be indicted in any ways. There's no way he can be indicted. So we shouldn't use that word indict. So he hasn't been indicted yet. Because first of all, let's say, for example, when Mr. Loba got to the house of Mohbad, he carried that body immediately and he buried that body. He buried Mohbad. Yes. Okay? Yes. So let's say Mr. Loba, let's say Mr. Loba carried that body and he went to the to the graveyard and buried his son. Then, yes, they have the right to indict him on that. But as it stands right now, Mr. Loba asked for a proper document to have deposited her body, which wasn't given to him. They hid that document.
Madam, you and I understand that part. Trust me, you and I understand that part. That it was not his fault that this happened. You and I understand that.
Right.
But Magistrate Shotobi did not understand that part. That is where we are coming from, if you don't understand.
Okay, so what we need to understand is that the Corona Court is more of a fact-finding court. All right, it's a fact-finding court. It's not, it's not a criminal court. Okay, it's not a high court. Okay, it's a fact-finding court. So let's leave it at that. So by the time this case gets to the high court and there's a cross-examination, then we know, then we know what's up. If I may use that word.
Madam Adedoyi, good afternoon, ma'am. For what we listened to, the summary of the Shotobi and the SAN confirmed it, that it was the negligence of Baba for that toxicology because he already buried his son. So that is what it means. Even whether we go to court and they now argue it out. So that for now, it is the way it is, man. That's it.
Madam Adedoyi, I want to ask you a question. You are saying about the High Court. Have we filed anything to High Court?
If they have filed anything to the High Court, well, I think the person that is handling the case, that is the San Shito, should be able to maybe brief the public, but because the public paid him, right? So he should at least brief the public. Or
no. You said when we get to the High Court.
Yes, that is.
We already filed something to the High Court.
Well, when the case is, I don't know anything about the case yet. So if the case is transferred to the High Court, I assume or I presume that the case should go to the High Court. Right? Then it should go to the High Court. That's what I believe. So I don't know.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Hi, Sister Yeti. Hi, Jibe, Moro, Monroe, and Ade. Sorry, your name is a little bit difficult for me. Ade, I'm coming because of the points you making now. Good morning, the commenters and everybody, and those ones in the YF. Not inside the incoming, sitting on the walls. If you look at Mohbad case, yeah, those ones sitting on the fence, whatever. If you look at Mohbad case carefully, the government knows exactly what took place. However, even this forensics we said they haven't done, they did it. But what they did, they kept all this. Whoever want to confess will be intimidated. Yeah? They know everybody's secret. That's why you see everybody in the house can't open their mouth. Because there are some demagogues that are involved. You'll be surprised one day if they give you the file, because I think by law, after 100 years, they have to release, like Jack the Ripper in the UK. I think Monroe is aware of this. This is the time now they come to tell us who he was. And even the person they accuse is not the person. Apparently, it was one of the royals. Yeah? Example. Yeah. They are aware. And I will tell you classic example. You see what they did to Baba Mohbad. It's a direct intimidation. You talk, we put you in for 14 years. You tamper with the cops. You keep quiet, will not act upon it.
You get it.
Do not say that Baba Mohbad has, but they haven't acted upon it. It's kept for rainy days because he knows a lot. You talk, you go down. Yeah? You will need to understand the authority knows exactly what took place. And again, the only way, I don't know how we're gonna go about this. Even our lawyer, if you notice at the inquest, whenever he comes out, he'll pretend like he doesn't know even what's going on. But the day that, if you notice, and every time he comes, he was even caught on a camera where he goes to that Temo lawyer of Wunmi. And they will talk for a while. What have they discussed? You can even see them in a good mood.
Laughing.
Us Africa need to start reading the body language. Forget about what the person is saying.
True.
What he was saying is not what he was doing. Okay, you made a valid point now, saying that even at the conclusion, how they mix up where Prime Boy is supposed to be, they put in spending, where spend. How come he didn't file and say rectify this CTC? Because that is itself, it's risk for those people. Because whatever is in that CTC is going to go down as a fact, whether it was mixed up or not. And this Prime Boy lawyer, I don't know why he didn't apply for those things to be rectified. We take this thing as jokes, but this is a history going down. So I hope when we talk, we should really pay attention or be a bit critical in our thinking. Baba Mohbad is being indicted, but is kept quiet until now. And I believe his lawyer told him behind the scene, because son is a government, he told him, look here, my friend, you make noise, you're going down just with your son and your nephew, which is Darusha. You keep quiet, you let us do our madness and mislead the public, everything is good and everybody's happy. Public will make noise online when they get tired, and it's true, people now started to leave one by one. Because it doesn't make sense that a father of deceased, people are just beating around the bush and nobody's hitting the nail, because we don't know which, they say we don't know what is burning the spoon when you mix the sauce. We don't know how painful it is for the spoon. And that's what exactly is happening to Baba Mohbad. We can say, let him do this, let him do that, but we don't know what kind of intimidation. And some even haven't worked it out for us. And that's why I was thinking, if sometimes we really want to sue the government, it should be done far away from Baba Mohbad. I was kind of hoping one brave lawyer will come out and just work and file and file and file without involving Baba Mohbad. But unfortunately, everybody's quiet. And thank you very much.
Okay, so yeah, I think I agree with you, Fancy Fire. So the point is that a clerical error was made, when it comes to, the names. So I believe that error should have been corrected by now, okay, as it stands right now. So now you cannot, this is where we give it to, I will not give it to the son here. As a lawyer, as a son, or as I would say that as an experienced lawyer, before we throw anything, don't let me use the word before a lawyer throws anything out there, you're supposed to at least check it out. You check out errors, I will use the word, clerical errors, and see if there's any error, then you amend it, you correct it before you put it out there. When it comes to Prime Boy, why on earth, that is my question, why on earth would you, I think to me, that mistake, it's a very big one, which should have been rectified immediately. You cannot put Prime Boy instead of spending, or put spending instead of Prime Boy. And I think by now they should have known the names. They should have known the names of those present in Mohbad's house. All right? And I think henceforth, maybe they should try as much as they can not to make, such an error again. So now, when it comes to...
Please, ma, sorry for the interruption. Right. We are having mixed feelings here, right? What you say, I might buy into it as some people that you said instead of spending it. But some people, even that are close to Baba, on Guresi show, I watched it somewhere, or I didn't see it on live. When was it? But I saw it somewhere when he said there was a reason for the son to put this boy's name there. Yes, of recent. No, sir. Wait, man. He said it. Guresi is very close to Baba, and even some of them that commented, the panelists said, "Oh, I don't know why people without the support Sanshitu for why he put Prime Boy's name. He's there. He's on the show.
Okay. So now, Mommy G, babe. So now, as it stands right now, the 3 people who have been indicted right now, and I will tell you right now, is supposed to be spending, but they have it as Prime Boy. That needs to be corrected. Then,
as I told you, I agree with G, babe. We don't know what information the government has.
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't know what information the government has on Prime Boy.
It's not what you think. They know. They are saying that. They should have done the correction before now.
Exactly. I agree.
Stop saying.
Yeah, they're not just telling us, but trust me, the government knows the truth.
Even I was shocked. The only issue I have with Prime Boy is that don't be rude, don't come out. I know he has the right to be aggressive. Adibi is one of our son or one of us. We will react in that same way, but it should not overboard it. It should not go, as insulting Baba or talking much. You have the lawyer there. You have radical lawyer. Go to people.
Yes.
Yeah, but the people that are very close to Baba confirmed it that the son is right to put his name there. So that is where we are now. We don't know what to want now.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, we'll leave it.
Madam Adedoyin, with the level of San Wahab Shitu, the level of his profession, and the years he's been practicing this job, he doesn't make a mistake when he was addressing the whole world after the verdict of the Corona inquest. He did not make a mistake. But when he want to put names on that fiat letter, he made a mistake. No, we can't. No. You know what he's doing, and this thing is like a script. From the onset, the people that they want them to go down, Baba Mohbad, and Prime Boy and Naira Marley, those 3 people, they want them to go down. We should not be pretending as if we don't know. We start with this case from the beginning, the moment they announced Mohbad is spy. A majority of us, I would say that like 95%. These are the people they want them to go down for spy of Mohbad. If not that people come out, the whole world come out for Baba Mohbad. No. Because Baba Mohbad speak out. Do you remember that Yabojo and Totodike went to the freeze and said, we told that man not to speak out. The same thing they did for all of them and Mama Mohbad. But because Baba Mohbad that is why he can be able to get a support. And that support is me, you, and the rest, that we use our voice, that this is the man that find his son on the floor lifeless. So
and they left the 3 guys on the car, Sister Yeti. The
exactly.
One. Yeah.
And those apart from Darosh Adura, the other 2, Sanshito never mentioned their name. They are you see, those 3 people that announced Mobile Pie, they supposed to go down first.
Whatever is happening here is deliberate. Everything is deliberate. Yeah.
Those 3 people, and from the onset, from the day one, people have been pointing fingers on that Ade West. Nobody mentioned that Ade West. When someone said announcing that someone pie, even the one that announced Mobile Pie, if he's pretending that he's crying, Ade West is smiling. It doesn't have any sympathy. It doesn't have any emotional. It didn't show nothing. And we are going, instead of us to focus on those 3 people, including Adura, they are focused on people that they are not in the country, and Prime Boy that he did not follow them home when they finish Mohbad. And we have a qualified lawyer, as he called himself. And I hear that he's even a lecturer in Unilag. Yes. Imagine. He's a lecturer in Unilag. They've checked his this thing. He's a lecturer in Unilag. And he lied to the critical thinkers that there's someone that called him to go and save Iyabojo. That is I know. It's not. Iyabojo is in charge of all these people that are attacking Liz Anjorin on Facebook fracas. How can he lie? And if Liz Anjorin can say that this man is a lawyer to Iyabojo, they've met in the court. What? Kill and Sogon. But behind the closed door, he lied to them. He should come out and address it in public. That is not Iyabojo's lawyer. If he get liver. He just Sorosibitorowa now. Sanshitu is playing us. He's finger-braining us. That is the way I, Yeti 70, see it.
And Sanshitu, Sister Yeti, understand this case in and out, by the way. Do not be fooled. He knows and he has all the information. But look, if you see big organization, we have three now who pull out and one is still. Look, Amzat couldn't face it. Berekete, very dark man. So who will be Baba Mohbad to come and face it? This is bigger than Baba Mohbad, is bigger than all of us. It's very difficult. Truth is before us, but nobody can, like Yeti 70 said, those three guys in the car and the affairs, how come we never spoke about them? They will plan people among us to come and distract us, and then we run after this. No! Do any of us know the pictures of affairs, or what were their names? Why were they not indicted in Corona?
Moro, I have a big question here, right? I think we were talking about it, we discussed about it, so fine. You can introduce someone. People were saying, asking who introduced the lawyer. I mean the son, rather. Then they got the name Oguresi. Fine, he said he did well for them when they had the case. But when it's now at this point that people are now talking, raising eyebrow that why is he not doing this, why is he not doing that? But now, the person that brought him, introduced him, is he supporting him? Why can't they even question if he doesn't know her? He didn't know that it's going to turn out to be this way. But they are still supporting him. This is what I don't understand. Well, nobody is attacking anybody. We are not swearing or cursing. No. People will be saying, yeah, they are coming after Gracie again. What they did, I've supported him, I defended him. But this is what I'm trying to I establish when I listened to his show. Was it yesterday night before I went to bed? There was like astonishing Prime Ball going against Prime Ball. Prime Ball should fine. Prime Ball have oversaid a lot of things against Prime Ball, but they are still supporting this son. This is what I don't understand.
Mommy GB, on that Mr. Gracie's side, you should understand. Mr. Gracie, you can understand it. Mr. Gracie he live in Nigeria. He have to be careful. Hey, Joma. You should understand.
Yeah, he should not continue to support. Yeah, if he has to be careful.
Emma worry, mommy.
All right. If you say no, later, you know. But for me,
so far we are not going to keep quiet for Sanshitu. Okay. You understand? Because they've been and you know, we don't want him to be in trouble.
Yeah, I don't. Over to the last minute, even when some people said no, this man tried his best. But what I'm saying, even if I happen to be in Nigeria and I introduce someone and I thought he was capable, he's the best, but now we can all see. It's either for me just to keep quiet. I will not talk about that he has done well or is he doing well. This is my point. I'm not putting Mr. Guresi. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You see, the only thing is that we need this sign. He doesn't want to leave this job. And for him to reply, Bukky JC, Sherry, there's something that we don't even think. It's so concerned. Don't she be he can contact Bukky JC of all people. Bukky JC, ordinary Bukky JC new. That means that Bukky JC is even higher than Sanchitu. If he cannot come out and address the whole world, but he can contact Bukky JC behind the closed door, that is a red flag to me. What is he looking for? I'm throwing that question. What is he looking for? He's not looking